problems that you're having during the day. When you go to sleep at night, your soul already knows the homework that you have to do. So one of the things that happens is your mind sorts out the things that are not important and discards them. You don't need to remember how many traffic signals you were in today. You don't need to remember how many people you saw in the supermarket unless somebody stood out for a particular reason. That may come to you in a dream. Might be somebody you used to know and neither of you recognized each other. It might be a criminal that's on a database you saw. Whatever that is, you will remember that. But you don't need to remember how many miles are on your odometer. You don't need to know how many gallons of gas you put in your car. That is useless daily stuff that gets you through the day. So once all that is thrown out, once you've cleared your computer, then the soul starts focusing on the things that were important in the day and sorts them out. Do you need to deal with it now? No, it goes in the back file. Do you need to deal with it in the near future? Okay, it goes in the middle file. Do you need to deal with it right now? Okay, we're dealing with it right now. So you could be focusing on a relationship problem. You could be focusing on a happy luncheon that you had today with friends. Whatever the situation is, your mind is going to be dealing with it. And that's what you'll see in your REM sleep. You will also find that you dream about things that you think have absolutely no relationship to your life. Those are the things I'd like you to write down and date them. Because you may discover that they have something to do with a future event, or you may remember this pertains to a situation that happened to you back in school, or when you were on the playground and somebody pushed you down. And maybe that's had a reaction in how you deal with people. So write things down that seem to be peculiar. And I'm not talking about, cowboys and Indians dreams. I'm talking about things that seem not to be relevant, but you dreamed about, and so therefore they are relevant in some particular way. You are, after you clear the computer and set everything in its proper order in the file, you are now making sure that you understand the importance of what is in front of you. Now, some people dream in symbols. Some cultures dream in symbols. Native Americans are famous for dreaming in symbols. Some of us dream in things that are relatable, but not exactly the person or exactly the situation, but seeming like you're reading a novel and it's similar to your life. Some of us are literal dreamers. I am a very literal dreamer. If I dream about a particular person I know or a place that I am familiar with, that means something to me. And that is important for me to remember. And those are the things that I remember when I wake up. Sometimes they actually wake me up. I sit up, I think about them, I make a decision, or I write them down, and then I go back to sleep. Those are important things. You can be all of the different types of dreamers throughout your life, or you might be just one type. If you're a literal dreamer, bless you, because it's a misery, isn't it? To have important dreams every night, and you have to remember them and deal with them during the day. Or maybe the following day. But nevertheless, it's an issue that you were going to be dealing with that you didn't plan on dealing with. But it's important because it helps you formulate the path you're going to take the next few days. It's going to help you understand a relationship better. It's going to help you understand your boss better. It's going to help you understand your dog or your cat better. Whatever it is about, it is important for you to know. So those are the things that I would be writing down and recalling these events when they're important to you or when they seem to be cropping up or something seems to be familiar. Check your list and see when and where this dream took place and how it's relating now. Also, it's interesting. I generally am wearing clothes either in the dream that I've never seen before, and I talk to myself in my dream. Do you guys talk to yourselves in your dreams? I tell myself, this is a dream, it's important. Or I say, this is really annoying, I need to wake up and get out of this, it's wasting my time. Or I say, oh, we're astral traveling, I'm excited. I narrate my own dreams. So I'd love to know how many of you narrate your own dreams. So you can put it on our website and let me know, because that's a fascinating thing. I've told so many people about this, and they look at me like I have 3 heads. I cannot be the only person on the planet that narrates her own dreams, and this goes on all night. So I'd be fascinated to find that out.
What if people fly in their dreams?
Oh, flying is fabulous. Flying is when you're astral projecting. I remember a show with Johnny Carson when I was a kid, and he said he stretches out his arms and he takes off and he goes everywhere. And he says sometimes he recognizes where he is and he's flying through the sky and looking down like a bird, and sometimes he has no idea where he is. That's when you're astral traveling. You can astral travel down the street to see the neighbor's new puppies. You can astral travel to the SPCA and pick out a cat for yourself when you get there a couple of days later and there's the cat. You can astral travel to another planet. It's usually a planet where you've been before in other lifetimes. Yes, you've lived before. If you're a new listener, yes. Do you think you get one shot? I like to say, look up in the sky. There are more facets of God than there are stars in the sky. You live thousands of lifetimes to take care of all of the issues. If you're a Bible person, you reap what you sow, or you get what you give, or what goes around comes around. You'd have to live to be 5,000 years old. And who wants a 5,000-year-old body hanging around to take care of all the karmic events in your life?
So in the Bible, that's the way it's described.
Is you reap what you sow.
And so even if you don't just follow the Bible, but you're a Buddhist, or you're just a good person, or you're spiritual, all of that message still applies.
Absolutely.
And it's the definition of karma.
And basically, all the real spiritualities, rather than religions, have the same philosophy. Halloween is coming. They have all the Halloween stuff out already. And Wicca is basically what witches practice. And the term Wicca comes from Wifra, which is the Celtic term for wise woman. And that was applied to the herbalists, it was applied to the midwives, it was applied to the women who took care of sick people in the community.
So good witches.
It's good witches, and actually, like, the definition of witch really means a good person who uses material life to transform other material life. It's real magic. Magic is the art of making something transform. It's like your cat isn't feeling well and you go do energy work on your cat and your cat feels better. I'm talking to my executive producer, by the way, and
Hello.
you just visited your sister whose doggy is sick and very old, and doggy had acupuncture.
Yay.
Which our vet loves and is looking for a great acupuncturist, by the way. If you know anybody in the Pinellas County area, Florida, let us know.
Should I give us the website name?
And visit the website, because the vet is listed on the website. It's Animal and Bird Medical Center of Palm Harbor.
And our website is?
And our website is metaspeak.com. You have to remind me to say that, because I'm busy with my message and I don't remember the advertisements. And I'm Linda Bennett, and this is Metaphysically Speaking.
And you have 30 seconds left.
Oh, 30 seconds. Okay, what we're going to do when we come back is talk more about the flying and more about visiting other planets and why you'd want to do that. And if you have any comments, please post them on the website, because we would like to hear from you. And stay with us. We're going to be right back with Metaphysically Speaking.